Okay.
Sir, before you go, WebStorm, as I said, is not working. 30 minutes is already done. Is there any workaround? Or we have to download some other tool now?
Use Sublime. Sublime.
Sublime again 30 days.
No, no, it is free tool.
So that is also equivalent
It's a
to.
it's a free tool. Yeah, it is equivalent, but I mean, it is just like WebDriver IO. Sorry, uh, WebDriver. What's
So
called?
whatever projects you are sharing, which you are recording in this demo sessions, so if I download and use Sublime, it will be working there, or I need to change something?
No, no, it will work there. See, anyway, you are going through command line only, right? Okay, so we are not using IDE, we are using command line.
So if I
So
if I use ID, then command will be a bit different to execute. It will take something.
no, man, in IDE also you are using command line only, right? This is where we
Yeah,
are running our test right here.
yeah, that I understand. But
Yeah.
do we need to make any config change to run the project which we recorded in WebStorm, or
No,
maybe
no, 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 no. Same npm install and wdio. That's it. These are the two commands.
Sublime will work? Okay, great.
Yeah. So that is the flexibility that we got from day one. Okay.
Good.
So I'll take a presentation. So okay, guys. So let us when we're going to night watch, before going to night watch, let us discuss about the different kind of tools that we got. Okay. So this is the agenda today. So we'll be talking about night watch and a kind of a demo on the night watch, and then we will actually so we kind of talk about that. So yeah, I mean, I think you know about this Node.js. The reason why we use Node.js because it's client-side technology, and it is also kind of lightweight technology, which helps the front-end applications to be tested properly within the same project folder, and it will be faster and good enough. So it is the same stack that we are using with the front-end developers. Okay. Yeah, I think you already know that it is mainly we use our any kind of JavaScript framework because we can run the BDD locally. I think that's what we did till now. We did a protractor and we did WebDriver IO. So we already did kind of BDD using using WebDriver IO in the last class. So we already doing the BDD. BDD is nothing but behavior driven, where we develop the code along with the developer's code locally and run them just like unit tests along with the local builds. Okay. So now yeah, we got a lot of tools. Actually, I think we already know that there are a lot of tools out in the market. So I think as I already said, the most popular tools in the market are Protractor, we learned, WebDriver we learned, and Nightwatch is what we are learning. So these are the three the most popular things. Okay. So if we just search for okay, so JavaScript automation. Okay, watch. Let's see. Okay, so they will definitely JavaScript frameworks and libraries, and then they also see JavaScript practice such as Jest, Mocha, Enzyme, and Nightwatch. So that's what I think we discussed about Mocha. We discussed about Nightwatch. So this, as I said, they give a list. If you got one of them, that they should be fine. But mainly, you should be in one of the. You should know at least one of the tool. Okay. This is one thing, and then let's see this. This is so, yeah, there also knowledge of Selenium WebDriver and nightwatch. So knowledge is enough for this kind of jobs. So then it's very difficult. Even if you if you know knowledge, that should be very fantastic. Okay. So what else? So this all US actually. I don't know why it is US jobs are coming. Okay, just I'm going through the list of jobs that I'm just that we got this. Okay, so JavaScript protractor. See this. You got any of them? Protractor, WebDriver IO, nightwatch JS. Any of this is fine. Okay, so that is, and what is the rate? How much is the rate here? It is very good, right? 450 to 600. Okay, you want to apply for this? Oh, the job is this job is there with this guy who is sponsoring the meetup.
Okay.
Do they expect unit testing as well, as specified in the job description?
Say that again.
On the job description, you were scrolling, they mention about the unit testing as well. So do they expect unit testing for testers?
Yeah, you should know about unit testing. You should know. So basically, the Mocha and Jasmine and the Chai that we're using, they're all the same thing. They're all the unit testing tools only. So we are we are learning that. So it is, you need to know the framework of that unit testing.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah. So these guys, these Opus are actually what you called sponsoring, and I think they got these jobs. So one of the reasons why they are putting a meetup with me is they want to grab as many JavaScript testers as possible, because it's not easy to get them. So they're actually trying to pull the people and get the CVs of the people who are really on JavaScript side. Okay. So they got, yeah, these guys got some company. These also have some jobs. JavaScript is cool, guys. I think you guys need to be very, very proactive from now. Just you what you call learn whatever we discuss in the class and put your CV and get a nice contract jobs. Okay, so you guys need, I mean, you guys need to be, very much practicing and getting that confidence. I don't know how many people are practicing, but you got all the ingredients with you. You just need to practice and get a perfect job. Okay. See, Selenium, JavaScript, nightwatch JS, Selenium, JavaScript, nightwatch JS. Okay, so they're not asking so many. You should be very good at JavaScript. You should know what is npm. They're not asking too many of JavaScript. If you just your whole knowledge should be based on a tool, and that tool should support JavaScript. Okay, so it's not very much. They're not expecting much. They're expecting at least the basic knowledge and hands-on skills. You should be able to go and execute the tests and get the results. And if something is wrong or locator is wrong or something happening, then you should go and fix it. That is enough, because you guys will never do any automation testing, especially JavaScript point of view. Your developers will do, because they are JavaScript developers. They will create the framework. They will do the stuff for you. The only thing that you have to do is you need to maintain them and able to run the tests. See, we have to have JavaScript preferred, although there is a flexibility. My client uses React.js and Node.js. Okay, see, I mean, simple, guys. See that this is what the reality is. Everybody is moving. The front end is on React. React is a very, very big tool for front end development. So everybody is using React. Whenever they is using React, they obviously expect you to have a JavaScript. See, JavaScript kind of knowledge. Okay, makes sense, guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, yeah, let's start. Okay. But anyway, I will see. I will also help. I mean, to be honest, I'm telling you, if you guys are really good enough and if you're following my classes, doing practice, and you are doing whatever I'm telling, if you're following, then at the end of the course, if I like you, definitely personally one-to-one, I will interact with you, and I will kind of push for the jobs, all these kind of jobs. I will personally help you. But for that, you people have to come up, and you need to show your interest and your skill and your hard work to me. Okay, you guys need to say that, Ram, I did this framework, I did these tests, I did this kind of 5 to 6 scenarios, they're running fine. So you have to come and impress me. Then definitely I can help you. Otherwise, I can't really go and spoon feed you guys and then try to fall behind you for your jobs. Okay, so that is not my headache. So if you are really serious, your skill and hard work, I can definitely help you to get into right job, right good rate. Okay, but that is up. Okay, cool. Let's start. Okay, so yeah, coming to nightwatch. Yes, these are the good important tools. And the protractor, I think already discussed. Protractor is a wrapper of WebDriver.js. It supports Node.js. It supports AngularJS, which is important. Okay, and yeah, I mean it is mainly support AngularJS, which we discussed. It don't support any mobile testing. Protractor don't support mobile testing because Angular don't support mobile apps. So mobile web it will support, but not mobile apps. And WebDriver IO, we already discussed about WebDriver IO, and we also said that it supports Cucumber.js. So that's what we did. We did Cucumber, and we did WebDriver IO with nightwatch, and also WebDriver IO supports mobile as well. But I think you don't need to worry about it right now. Okay. So what is then why we are even though we got WebDriver IO, then why we are going to nightwatch? Okay, that could be your question, isn't it? Okay, so it got all the ingredients of what WebDriver IO got, but importantly, you got a few important things here. Okay, there. So the biggest difference between nightwatch and WebDriver IO is it's almost same. The difference is that nightwatch supports have its own accession library, because we are a bit struggling in the accessions when we are going with WebDriver IO. We used Chai, and then we did all the kind of hard work on WebDriver IO. So what nightwatch is not like that. Nightwatch have inbuilt accession library, which I will show in a minute. Okay, and also coming to yeah, I think the thing that we haven't discussed yet is because actually nightwatch is big hit because it supports inbuilt page object patterns. So it supports page object model. Okay, so what is page object model? Anyone?
I was about to ask you that question, if you can refresh, because we get confused with POM file and paid object model. I was reading something, but if you can add some clarity.
I'll definitely tell, but if there anybody else who can talk about it.
I think we have one more expert, Mr. Bhagat, who is already automation expert.
So where we describe, about all, we create single class, every individual classes for every page, and we will describe about all functionalities which we can find out on that page, so that straight away we can call those functionalities to that particular page, and we can execute straight away.
So what do you mean by page here?
Page, man, it's a page. If you got a home page, after that landing page, and
okay.
every individual page we consider as a single class file there.
Okay.
Yeah, so whatever we have in home page, so like if we have some login functionality there, and other functionalities, so we will put those functionalities in that particular class. So in the while execution, we call all those methods where we execute our method, where we execution flow will happen. That's the main advantage if we use the page object model. We can segregate everything, so easily we can if we the people will understand so what exactly that function is doing.
So when you are setting up the framework in the initially, you have to create page object model somewhere like that. Maybe it is a silly question, but I'm asking you.
Like, have you gone through the Maven project before?
Maven project is like it is building the application, right? When you execute, so Maven you have to build the application for execution time.
Okay, so and the other thing there, so we'll write some classes, according to that pages. So like if you have one home page, so we'll create one Java class. I'm telling you in the Java actually. So we
Yeah.
create one Java class like homepage.java.
Hmm.
So there, whatever the functionalities we can find on the home page. So like, the landing page, just example of a landing page. So there we will get one registration link. We will get one sign in link, and the other functionalities as well. So we'll write some piece of code in the home page itself, in the home page class. That's the homepage.java, where we will put all that functionalities there. And
Okay.
after that, so we'll write the feature files as well, right? If you follow the cucumber pattern, BDD pattern.
Hmm.
So in the step definitions, so for individual methods, so if you write a feature file like for the sign-in functionality, so given user on a home page and the user clicks on a sign-in link, so according to that, we will generate the step definition, right? For the user clicks on sign-in button.
Hmm.
So in the step definition, so what we have written in the page object, the straight away those methods we will call into the step definitions.
So page object will be kind of then
It's a
configuration
pattern.
file.
It's a one pattern. Page
So it
object
is a
pattern.
pattern, but can I say it will be kind of configuration file like we have pom.xml
No, it's not a configuration. It's a pattern.
pattern.
Yeah.
So like I was reading, might be I'm wrong here. Like you have a data driven framework, you have keyword driven framework. POM is kind of framework again. So is it right to say it is a framework again, POM? Theoretically, I was reading yesterday only. So
Mm-hmm.
POM, keyword driven, data driven, hybrid. So POM people are using, as you were giving example, that is correct. But can we say POM is a framework itself?
So yes, we can consider it as a framework.
So then is it better than keyword driven and data driven?
Come again?
So is it better than data driven, keyword driven, or the hybrid for that matter?
So it is one kind of a different pattern. As you said, it's a framework.
Hmm.
So the people are approaching, it's based on the behavior. So sorry, so if we implement based on behavior, so that's a different thing. But even in the data driven, in the hybrid driven as well, we can implement with the page objects. So we can put these page objects in whatever you said in data driven and the hybrid driven as well.
Oh, theoretically, it is a bit confusing. Anyways, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, carry on, Ram. We will have this discussion sometime later.
Okay, so I mean, you don't need to worry about anything. So I will tell you. Okay, so we got this application, right? What application we got? We got this conduct application, right? Which
Hmm.
is okay. Okay, we got this. So now what is the page object model for this application is, okay, so we need to we need to create a classes, okay, or kind of modules in the sense of JavaScript. Okay, we create classes, and every one class should have every one page, UI page in your web application should have one class in your automation. Okay, so one UI page should have one respective class. So what is this page right now here? What is this page called technically?
It is a home page.
Yeah, it is a home page. Okay, home page. So we need to have one home page. Let me complete .js file. Okay.
Okay.
Now we got this page. Okay. So edit profile example. What is this page called?
Settings page.
Okay. Okay. Now,
Yes.
what is this page?
Which one? This one.
Uh,
New post, I believe. Yeah.
okay. Now, example, we got 3 pages.
Hmm.
Okay. So now, typically, my test cases, I got few test cases. Okay. So my test cases are, okay, one is login, 2 registration,
Sign up registration. Yeah.
okay, and then new post, okay, read post, okay. And whatever Sri said the other day, like, count, okay. We got
Yeah.
few test cases, okay.
Yeah.
Now, okay, now example, you take login page, okay. So let me take an Excel sheet. Maybe take a Google Drive. Okay, just give me one second. Anyway, guys, we need this. It is just not a doubt of Mr. Vipul, but we need this kind of page object kind of thing, because anyway we are doing page object today. Okay, it's not it is an coincidence. Okay, so now we're creating a new page here, a new sheet here, blank sheet. Okay, let's do this. Okay, now, okay, so now you got your test case 1, which is nothing but login, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what login will do? First of all, you will definitely interact with home page.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and in home page, what you will do in your home page, I think I'll try to make it as big as possible. Okay, maybe I can zoom it. Zoom. Okay, so we got home page. So in home page, normally while logging in, what I will do, I will say I will interact with what I will interact with. I will interact with some element. So we got login link, right? Okay, we'll interact with this element or not?
Yes.
Okay, so login link. Okay, and what else we will do from home page? We will also do some action, right? We need to perform some action to go to login page, right?
Yeah, you have to give username, password, click submit, all those things.
No. Before that, so one
Before.
test case have a lot of things, individual steps. So first of
Okay.
all, we will go to login page, a kind of method, right? Which is
Okay.
nothing but which is an action.
Okay.
For that action, what property is required? We need a property called login link, which is nothing but locator.
Yes.
Okay, we need a locator called login link, so that we can do. And in
So,
this, this action will make sure that you log in. Now, what in login page, what you will do? You will actually log in, right, with the username and password, right? So you log in with username and password. Okay, so you are doing an action, right? So you're performing some process, some action.
yes.
Okay, you log in with username and password. Okay, and what is expected that when you log in password, it should successfully logged in. So while logging in, what are the locators that you are interacting with? You are interacting with okay, you will definitely interact with what are the locators? You will interact with come on guys, username text box, right?
Mm-hmm. Password text box.
Submit button.
Submit button.
Okay, and also you will read the error message, right? Also, right? We got an
Yeah.
error message. Okay,
Validation message. Yeah.
so these are the 4 locators that you will that you need, a kind of 4 variables, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you need this. Okay, so and what else you can do in login page? Is there anything else that you can do in the login page? Example, if I logged out, This screen we're talking. Is there anything else that you can do in this page apart from login?
You can create a new account.
We can create new account, right? So there is something called, apart from that, you can also do go to registration page. Okay. Now we also need locator of link registration. Okay. Okay. Now, okay. So now in home page also we need something called is user logged in. Okay, a kind of a message to just check that if user is successfully logged in or not. Okay. Now see, now what is your test case now? Your test case now, this is the test case, right? Now what your test case will become? Your test case is nothing but a set of things that will go through each and every page. Okay. So now what is your test case? Example, you want to test a login screen. So what you will do is you will actually do something like to login test case. Your test case will become something like this. Okay. First of all, you need to make sure that you do this. Home page dot go to login page. So what that will do? I mean, maybe just wait for 1 second. Okay, let me complete it. Okay, is this your test case or not now? Okay, so now what is your login test case? Now see that our test case is nothing but normally we have to put everything at one place. Example, when we are actually doing it, what we are doing, we are not creating a methods. We are directly writing each and every line of your WebDriver code or whatever the code. Okay, example, if you see the way that we had done previously is we had okay, let me open. Yes.
So basically, what are the function calls during login window? So what are the functions called internally? We are trying to automate the complete flow here for the login.
Yeah. I'll just let me just okay. So what right now in WebDriver we are not using any page object. What we are doing, we are straight away calling the WebDriver APIs straight away. We are not doing any kind of page object modeling here. Because of that, the problem what happened is, example, I want to create a new test case called invalid user login. So can I use any of the existing code?
No, because it is hard coded here.
Yeah, we don't know. Actually, it's very hard. Again, we can't reuse the code. We can't reuse it. So we can't reuse it. Again, we need to start from scratch. Okay, that's number one. Number two, example, the locator of your login button got changed.
Again, you have to find element.
Then where you will go, you don't know. Seeing that, look wise, I don't know where to change the locator. I need to go and search each and every page, and then you use my artificial intelligence to find that this is the place. Okay, so yes, first of all, you are not reusing your code. Second thing is maintaining your code is a big problem because you don't know where it is failing or which part it is failing. So you don't know where your locators are. You don't know. You can't reuse your complete code. So if you see this is a kind of you are completely, instead of hard coding the code, you are completely writing the code in a user domain language using variables and methods. You are completely changing your code in a easy domain language like login, logout, You are writing the whole code and putting the actual WebDriver code or the nightwatch code underneath it. So you don't need to do anything like browser dot. The only thing that finally when you implement page object model, in your case, then you don't need to do anything. But you have to only call the domain language. So you should be easily write the next test case. What is the next test case? Homepage dot login. Okay, I'm sorry. Homepage dot go to login. Okay, so I really don't need to worry about any locators. I don't need to worry about anything. So what I will do, login. See, so I don't need to write one line of code also. What I will do, login, instead of giving username password correct, I'll do xxxxx something like this. I know this is a wrong username and password, but you know I'm not adding one line of code also. I'm just reusing the code. Then what I will do, homepage dot is instead of that, what I will do is login page dot is shown. Okay, and which should be, there should be error or not at that point. Yes, that's it. See, my not logout test case, sorry, it is invalid login. Okay, now see how beautiful it is. So now my invalid login test case is, so this is the way your step definition should be. Okay, so that you are segregating the whole code. You are writing the same code, but you are putting the code in a beautiful way that you are, instead of putting 100 lines of code, you are putting all home page related actions and home page locators at one place.
So that is the concept of page object module. So anything related to that particular page, all the functions, all the methods will come into this Excel sheet, and then you start reusing it.
Yeah, I mean not Excel sheet. We will actually use JavaScript files.
Okay.
Okay, so we have to segregate the whole thing into a home page. Got all the locators at one place. All the actions related to home page at one place. All the locators of login page in one place. All the locators of sign in page one page. All the locators of the new adding a new feed one place. All locators of the global feed one place. All the actions, example, counting it, liking it, sharing it, all the something related to global feed one place, and anything related to edit, example, you want to do anything like something else, settings, so all settings at one place, so that each and every page that you see in the UI will have a corresponding HTML JavaScript file behind the screen, and that page is responsible of doing everything for you. So whoever the step definitions will only call the methods, but they'll not do anything. These methods, you are segregating the whole code into different pages in a beautiful way, so that you can reuse it. Okay, which makes sense.
So the biggest advantage is reusability and the maintenance.
Exactly. That's the best way to answer any interview question.
Good.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, so that means the BDD test, what we have written, the one which you have showed in the last class, that is not this one. So that is not best user practice or something.
That also exists. So this is so page object model is something which is at the code level when we are writing the step definitions. Okay. So page object model is nothing to do with BDD. BDD is for the business analyst. Page object model is for the JavaScript developer or the automation tester.
Sir, but one thing, as we are seeing the jobs coming, they want BDD, Cucumber, JavaScript at the same time. So as a tester, I have to write this POM page object model, and I have to write BDD scenarios also. So if I am writing BDD scenarios, it will not conflict with my page object model.
No. We use both. We use BDD and page object model.
In the same
same framework. I'll show you. We have so that's what Bhagat is saying, right? Bhagat is saying. So right now the framework that you're seeing on the screen is not a, it is a BDD framework,
Yes.
but it is not page object model. Understand?
So
Yeah.
one second, let me understand it. So you have created at the base level page object model. You have not written too many scripts. You have written one script and put everything as a common page over there. That is the concept. In the concept wise, it is page object model. But when you are actually writing front end test cases, it will be written in the BDD format. Those cases will call these functions only from page object model, right?
No, see, right now the framework that you are seeing in the WebDriver IO, that we haven't done any page object model here. There's nothing like a pages here.
Yeah, that is fine. So this is just
This is called a
BDD
linear
test
framework.
cases.
This is called a linear framework, BDD linear framework.
Very simple framework actually.
Simple. Linear means everything is straightforward. BDD plus linear. Okay. So linear in the sense of writing our WebDriver code. This is our WebDriver code. We are not using any pattern. We are just using a linear way of writing one to one.
But that is not a good practice to go forward. It is just for the learning
Yes,
for doing
that's
it.
not, that is not a good practice. So still
Yeah.
we say we can do it without page object model also, we can do it, but it's a good practice. That's it.
Yeah, that I understand because you are giving training, you are making it simple for us. But going forward, we need to use the way as POM.
Yes.
Great.
Okay. Okay. So that's what we will do today. Okay. So after this slide, then we will go and go to nightwatch, because nightwatch supports page object model in a very, very effective way. We will go there. Okay.
So, sir, WebDriver or Protector does not support page object model.
It doesn't support.
How come?
It doesn't support. It don't
So
support. That's it.
what if there to support? It is just the concept. No, you are writing in that format. Even in the Selenium days, Java, people are using POM.
See, okay. So they are customizing to make it page object model. They're customizing it,
Yes.
but it is not supported. Okay, they're customizing. They're using the code like a tool itself is not supporting.
So when do you say it is not supporting? What is the technical limitation? If you need some configuration, you need some library, you don't have in Protector or WebDriver.
Yes, it gives a kind of library which I will tell you today. That's what the class is. It provides you a beautiful kind of an library way of writing the code. It will give you some kind of templates. That templates you use it so that it will be easily configurable. Otherwise, you have to manually do it step by step, which is a pain, which is a big process.
So then in terms of learning, Protector WebDriver is good, but we should practice more Nightwatch because that is the industry standard actually.
Exactly. That is what my whole point.
Okay.
Good.
So that means in one question, Ram. So that means in the company projects and all, whatever they are recruiting for. So primarily, will they be using the Nightwatch as a primary one? And
Primary tool.
yeah, primary tool.
That depends upon company actually.
So that means if somebody is advertising Protector WebDriver job, as we were seeing Indeed and other different job portals we were showing us half an hour back, then we have to go with this without page object model, the one which we are learning. If company is using Nightwatch, then we can only implement page object model, right?
No, okay. So I'll tell you. Okay, so how the interview goes. So interview is different. So there are two things. What you know is different. What they need is different, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what they need, the companies need. If you see the job description properly again and again, what they need is they need someone which is good at experience on automation on Selenium and Nightwatch. Example, they said this. Okay. This is the role that they're looking for. Okay. Now go back to one more role. Let us go open one more role. Okay. Proficient automation testing, Selenium WebDriver, JavaScript preferred, although there is a flexibility. Okay. And there my client is using React.js and Node.js. Okay. Now what what they're expecting, I'll tell you. They're expecting that you should know any of the tool. You should know either Protractor, or you should be good at WebDriver, or you should be good at Nightwatch. What they're asking, what they're looking for, that's different. what they're looking for is in their company what they use React.js. Normally, what they use. In some companies they use WebDriver. In some companies they use Nightwatch. Okay.
Yeah.
So example, this particular client is interested with WebDriver. Okay.
So React.js is equal to WebDriver.io.
No. React is nothing to do with WebDriver. I'm just saying that if these guys are looking for WebDriver guy, because they started to implement, they want to implement WebDriver for an example. Okay, that's what they're looking for. And definitely in their company also, they also know that page object model is definitely useful. So when their company, what they will do, they use WebDriver and they use page object model, which is a customized kind of framework. Okay, understood? Wait, don't confuse. So they are using WebDriver and they're customizing their code such a way that that also supports page object model, because in WebDriver also, if you customize the code using some WebDriver script, they can use page object model. So they have WebDriver, they have page object model. That is what they got. Okay. Now, when they're putting a job description, what they will say that you should be good at one of the tool. Okay, and that's what they will say. Now, they will never say that you should be only good at WebDriver page object model, not Nightwatch page object model. They will never say that.
No, they want everything. Whatever if the use is different.
Is different. Okay. Now because they also have a brains, because they also know that in the JavaScript world, every company have its own framework. Everybody will be doing different. But if you are good at one of the tools, they can easily change their make the use of the experience.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That is point number one. Now forget about point number one. Go to point number two. That what you got, what you guys are putting in your CV. You are saying that you know Protractor, you know WebDriver, you know Nightwatch, and you use Nightwatch page object model, but you use WebDriver Cucumber.js and use Protractor and Mocha and Jasmine. That's what you are saying, right? Yes or no?
Yeah. Correct.
That is your skill set.
Yeah.
Now, if you send your CV to that guy, what that guy will look for? First of all, his checkbox is at least you should have one experience in one of the JavaScript tool. You got or not?
Yes. Correct.
Yes. Second, they will see, do you have experience in Node.js or not?
Node is the basic.
Basic. Yes.
Tool.
Third thing that they will expect you to do, they should expect you that you know a bit of a Cucumber also, Cucumber.js.
Oh, that is for the framework.
For the framework. Okay, a bit of framework. Okay. Now, that is what they will do. Now, but that is the main mandatory skill. Now coming to your desirable skill, they would expect whether you know how to use Chai, Mocha, or kind of, because WebDriver don't build sessions, they would expect you to know Chai or Mocha, as well as they also expect you these two tools along with the locators and Selenium, which is a common thing. That's what they will expect. Okay, then you are saying that your latest project is Java's Nightwatch, and you got your own kind of you use Nightwatch, you use inbuilt libraries in Nightwatch. Also, you use the page object model in Nightwatch. For them, they will think, okay, so this guy already did a kind of assertions. This guy already did page object model. So it is easy pick for them. Oh, this guy already know it. Nice, very good. I can use this guy's skill into my framework. That's it. Okay, so it is basic skill you already got. Additional skills you are showing. If they just in any of the tool you implement page object model, in any of the tool you know how to put assertions, they're happy with that.
Yes. So these are the extra toppings you said the other day for pizza.
Yes.
Good.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Now let's go back to this. So now see this slide. So Protractor, WebDriver, Nightwatch. So this is the differences. As you can see that the Nightwatch is a superset. It got everything. It supports all the browsers. It got its own runner. It supports parallel testing. It also supports mobile APM. It also have its own custom WebDriver JSON protocol. However, including everything, it got additional skills. So you can see that WebDriver is a superset. So now nightwatch is superset of everything. WebDriver is a little bit subset, and protractor is a little bit smaller. So that is the way your tools are.
What is this WebDriver JSON wire protocol in WebDriver IO?
That is what the Selenium protocol is. Selenium uses that WebDriver JSON wire protocol. That is a protocol which been, so that is what your Selenium server and Selenium client, which is nothing but your WebDriver code, and your Selenium server will interact with. Okay, so you remember I said, right, Selenium have server and Java and client and server. So that is where the server and the client will interact. That's called JSON wire protocol.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so that is what WebDriver IO as well as Nightwatch will use it. Okay. Now I will ask a question.
Yes.
What does Nightwatch supports all the browsers or not?
Yes.
Okay, that is very good answer. And can we connect source labs in Nightwatch?
Yes.
Okay, now does WebDriver IO supports page object model inbuilt?
No.
No.
Yeah, okay. So does Protractor supports inbuilt accessions?
No.
No, Protractor will not support, but Jasmine supports. Okay,
Jasmine supports inbuilt.
accessions.
Yeah, but Jasmine is an API, so
Jasmine is a reporting tool which we used.
Jasmine is for reporting as well as accessions, as well as your what you called assertions.
Assertion, we have Chai for assertion.
Chai for WebDriver, not in Protractor.
So in Protector, we use Jasmine for assertion and reporting, you are saying.
Yes.
Oh my God, we missed that.
Yeah. Go back and see your notes.
That is the problem, no sir. Going back.
You will never go back. That is a problem, man.
I will go forward with you, don't worry.
And you are not following, man. You are only in the class, but you are not practicing.
That is the problem, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's go to this Nightwatch. Now let us go to Nightwatch, and let's start this. Okay. Whew. Okay. Nightwatch is just like other tool. You got your home page, which will tell you. Okay. So Nightwatch supports. Okay. So what is Nightwatch? So Nightwatch is again. It got, as you said, it got a built-in server test runner. It also based on Selenium. It also supports cloud-based service supports like Source Labs. Okay, and it also supports CSS and XPath as well. Okay, so does WebDriver IO supports XPath?
no.
Yes.
Yes, right?
Yes.
Check. Go and Google it. Come back with
Yeah,
me.
it supports. That is what we did, no? In the initial classes, when we did Protector and WebDriver, you were trying to
So that's the locator.
Locator only. Locator is supported by everything.
Yeah, it supports. You can see that. WebDriver also supports CSS and XPath. Okay.
That is the basic thing. Everything have to support. Otherwise, how you will locate the elements?
But WebDriver IO and Nightwatch will never support ID, name, and class. Do you recognize that? Only Protractor supports. Only Protractor supports.
Oh my God.
Supports ID, name, and class. The other, like WebDriver IO, WIO, and Nightwatch. Okay, don't support. Okay, they only supports
CSS and
XPath.
So they don't support ID, name, and class.
Yes.
So then it will be kind of limitation. You can see it as a Nightwatch limitation.
No.
Because those are the basic things, Ram.
No.
ID, name, and class.
Even with name and ID also, we can convert them into CSS. We can convert an ID into CSS. How? Because example, you got ID. ID is equal to some ABC. So in Protractor, you do by.id. Okay, and then you put ABC. Okay,
Yes.
and you put element behind it, right? You remember?
Element.
Okay, so that's what you will do in protractor. Okay, but in your WebDriver, what you do? Browser dot click, right? This is what you do, right? And you do your, so you can't give ID. You have to give either XPath or as CSS.
Yes.
Okay, if you see this, right?
Okay.
Okay, so because you can't, there's nothing like a buy in there's nothing like a buy in WebDriver IO. Okay, but however, they also have the brains. So the way that you convert your ID into CSS is nothing but you do this hash ABC will become like a, so now this is CSS equivalent for ID.
Okay.
Okay, similarly, this is for ID. For class, you have to just use dot and that will become class. Okay, so example, you got name.
But why we need to convert if we can use directly CSS and XPath to identify objects or identify elements in the web page? Why do we need to convert actually?
You have to have a CSS equivalent for ID, right? Example, you got ID, but
Okay.
in ID for a button, but how do you, if you take
Okay,
XPath,
okay. So you are saying if you are using nightwatch and nightwatch have the limitation, it cannot use ID and page have the ID, then you need to convert in that scenario.
yes, exactly.
Okay, I got it. So there is a jugaad
Okay,
to do.
and for the name, I think, yeah. Okay, so yeah,
This is the jugaad.
name, yeah, name selector, yeah, selector to CSS. Okay,
Sir, but one basic question: when Protector guys were building this tool, this Nightwatch tool, why they have taken out this ID and class? Is there any logical reason?
no, you can do it with CSS, right? You can just put one more character, it will work. Why to support all these 100 kind of selectors? You can with CSS.
Okay.
You can convert anything into CSS. That's what this guy is talking about. Okay, so they know that the developers know all these things. Okay, for name you need to put like this, I think. Okay, so for name you have to do like this. Okay, example, we need to take the tag name. Example, if it is button or input, or if it is button. Okay, so button name equal to what is the value? ABC. Okay, a bit of name it is a bit difficult to convert. It's not straightforward, but remaining things are straightforward. Okay.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So now let us go back.
So that means, Ram, the exceptions would be those three: ID, class, and name. CSS and XPath are commonly used across the WebDriver and Nightwatch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Okay. So now, see this is what interview questions will be. They'll ask we worked on Protractor and Nightwatch. Can you tell me the differences?
CSS and XPath is not supported by Protector. WebDriver, IO, and Nightwatch supported.
No, other way around. Protractor supports everything, but Nightwatch don't supports ID, name, and class.
Yes. That is what I mean.
But you said absolutely wrong. You said that Protractor don't support XPath.
My intention was that actually. Feeling ko samjho, sir.
Okay. Anyway, so unit okay, and also you got a JUnit inbuilt reporting tool as well in Nightwatch. So
What is that? Sorry.
inbuilt reporting tool.
Acha, you don't need to integrate, it is already inbuilt. Reporting tool.
Yeah.
You don't need Jasmine and all those things. So here
straight away. Yeah.
This is Superman tool.
Yeah, this is good because we struggled to get the reporting because we did a lot of configurations to get the Allo report and all
So
this.
then definitely Cypress will have some 2-3 extra features. That is why people are jumping for Cypress.
You come to meet up, you'll understand what is Cypress. Cypress is 1000. Is better than Nightwatch.
Oh my god. Then why the hell we are learning nightwatch? We should learn Cypress directly.
Because Cypress don't support all the browsers.
Huh? Then what is the use of Cypress?
Cypress is used for continuous integration only. Okay, come to that. There's a lot of debate going on. Don't worry. But all these companies, that's the reason why people are, these companies, see you, so I'm an expert. I know everything. I myself is saying that there are a lot of things going on. The companies are also going mad. They don't know what to do. That's the reason why they're simply going back to the basics, saying that if you're good at one tool, then that's it. You come back. We can use you.
So it will be interesting for the meetup then.
Very
Sir,
much.
if there any web session we can log in if we are not able to make there?
No lecture. It is sponsored
There is no online.
big company.
You
They
can.
want to help. They want to do recording and all. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just writing it down. Okay, today we will just go to the basics of nightwatch, and then next session we will do the advanced version of nightwatch. Okay.
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 Okay. So now, yeah, demo test. So, okay. So you can see that nightwatch is, yeah. So I mean, we can use Cucumber with nightwatch, but let us just use a kind of a boilerplate to start with. Okay. Shall we take a boilerplate?
Again boilerplate.
Yeah, we can start with basics, but I mean, again, we need to create all this configuration file. You want?
So
I
that
can,
will
I
be
can
a good learning for us, sir. Boilerplate again, something we are using which is already there. Then it will be confusion. It will be great if you can tell without boilerplate. Obviously, we will have to use boilerplate. It is like already a cooked up thing we are using from somebody else. If we are using Nightwatch, which is the latest tool in the market, we should learn from the basic. That is my opinion. I'm not sure about others.
that is fine, but it will take a lot of time to actually create it, because this configuration is not like not as easy as WebDriver.
No, you can do quickly. We will follow it.
Okay, let's do. Okay, let's start. So let us do one thing. Then let us not go with Cucumber today. Let's just go with basics of Nightwatch. Okay, so let us not do Cucumber, because Cucumber configuration is again a bit of pain. So that I will tell later. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's fine.
Great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I think we should have some sort of boilerplate if we can, guys, prepare and use that. So,
No, boilerplate anyways we will do like we did for boilerplate you are using it. But if you want to learn and implement yourself, this is the basic thing we are trying to do here.
correct. Yes.
Okay, you can see that I already have boilerplate here. You can see that Nightwatch.
Then your concept will be kind of in the air. It is you are using something else which you are here to learn, right?
Yeah. True.
Yeah. So anyway, I got a boilerplate here. The only thing is I will just
So this is the same point which Bhagat also raised 2 weeks back. I agree with him.
I don't know what Bhagat will say. Let us take Bhagat's opinion. Bhagat, what?
Your convenience, yeah. No, if you give the boilerplate as well, we can able to explore it. But as people say, it completely depends on people.
Okay, that's fine. Let's do from scratch then. Okay, okay, let's do from scratch. So, however, okay, let's do from scratch. Shall we do Cucumber or not? That's my question. Shall we go along with Cucumber?
think if time permits, we can go back to Cucumber at the end.
Okay,
my view.
yeah, we'll go back to Cucumber at the end. Let us go do just basics as per the given here. Okay. Okay, so let's create a new framework, brand new framework, because we all decided that we'll do from scratch. Okay. So I'm creating a new project, just like you. Okay. So which one you want to create now? Which one is which project we create? We create blank project, and then we create a course called the nightwatch. Okay, makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't have anything. Guys, disturbance, guys, please put on mute. I'll put everybody on mute. Okay. Okay. So whoever want to talk, please talk. Okay. So the first thing that we always do for any framework is, what is the first thing that we have to do? We have to create a package.json. Okay. It's not that.
Sir, connect your battery, please. It will go off.
Yeah. Okay, guys, sorry. Yeah. So I created this package.json. So in package.json, what is required?
So one thing, Anna, it's better, rather creating manually package.json. If you do the npm in it, so it does everything for us, right?
No, actually, I just want to copy paste the whole thing.
Okay. Then, yeah.
Okay, it does. I mean, I just need a kind of. So all these dependencies, I can't randomly one by one do it. Okay, so I just want to.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so I just want to do this, but I will eliminate which is not required for us. Okay. So we got a kind of a backend.json. I just copied from somewhere else. So this is your okay, directories. Okay, I'm not doing anything else. I'm just removing everything which is irrelevant for us. Okay, so these 2, 3 are irrelevant for us. Okay, what is the dependencies which is required for us? We are using nightwatch, isn't it?
So how do you decide the version, which is point number 2?
Where's version?
Just you have to the second line version. So it is just you have to give because it is 00 first version.
Project, which version that we are using?
Yeah.
So okay, so right now the main thing is, if you really see, I don't need any of this because I'm not using cucumber. Okay, so I don't need chai, and I don't need cucumber. I don't need all these things.
So we use chai on nightwatch if we have to use cucumber.
We don't need any kind of chai also because I think that is chai for WebDriver. We don't need chai here.
Okay.
Because Bhagya, he said 10 minutes back, if you remember, it is all by default plugged in already.
Yeah.
Inbuilt.
It's
All the
inbuilt.
insertions are inbuilt. That is the beauty of the tool.
Yeah, but I saw chai and virgin. That's why I got confused. Like,
Yeah. It is just somebody added it without.
okay.
So I think this is what we need pretty much. Okay. Okay. So and we know we can't use tags here. So this is what we need.
Please plug in the charger. Things you have 4%.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. I will come.
Sir, don't do this.
Till what time I when did I take a charger?
4%. We were reminding you. Oh my God. Big blender, sir.
I'll repeat it. Don't worry.
One person has to be allocated to check whether the recording is happening or not.
No, I think it was there, but somehow it disappeared quite recently only. I think so.
Okay.
Should be okay.
Should be okay. I'll repeat it. Don't worry. So okay. So what is happening is it's going to the space, waiting for 10 seconds. It's not able to find this H1 sign in is equal to 17. Okay. So let's just forget about this for now. Okay. Let us just complete this test. Okay. Let's run it. Okay, just go to login page and comes. That's it. Okay. So now you can see that the test was running fine and it successfully completed test. Okay, so now what I will provide expert, I can see that this is a report folder which got generated and it got a kind of an XML file which is nothing but JUnit XML file. Okay, so okay, anyway, now we got a kind of basic thing running, guys. Okay, so what we have to do right now is let us put some assertions and put some more basic APIs. Okay, and then come back. However, I'll just repeat whatever we did because the recording was off. So what we did is, did anybody remember where we stopped? I think around 4% means account. Okay, so what I will do is let us repeat it again. So what we did, first of all, we created package.json, and then we had added this basic nightwatch is the nightwatch and all these dependencies, including Selenium server, because we need to have that. Then what we did is with network configuration we went, and first thing that I did is in the network configuration just followed what is given in here. Okay, which is nothing but your nightwatch getting started, you got configuration. So I started from here. So what I did is I had gone through each and every important things of your settings and I just followed what is important for me. So first of all, I had given source folder, which is not optional, and that source folder is nothing but spec. Then I went to output folder and said that this is my output folder where I get the reports, where I can put my screenshots and everything. So that is my remaining things. I haven't actually done anything with the page objects. I haven't done anything with the Selenium server or anything. I just so however, I just left the remaining things because they're all optional. Then what I did, I went to Selenium settings So Selenium settings these settings have to be headed by Selenium as a tag, and then see what is required. So for me, because I'm a lazy guy, I want the Selenium server to run by itself and it close by itself. So that's the reason why there are few things which is related to starting a server on a port, and it will make sure that the server is started. Okay. However, we got a because we need to have a drivers in place to run any automation. There is an option called CLI arguments, which will take care of giving the path of the Chrome driver. So here Selenium server and Chrome driver are already installed through npm for me. I had given the path by directly using npm's path, and it is already installed in npm module. So the path will give you the actual where exactly that particular folder is. Example, in this case, it is Selenium server. So you will have a package called Selenium server somewhere here. Okay, see this it. So this is what it will give as a path, and internet it will open a bin file, and it will do the actual run the actual execution of the command. Coming to the next thing is settings, test settings. Test settings are nothing but the ones which will help you to specify a lot of important more things, like where the application should start and where is the Selenium server running, and also what kind of reports that we're expecting. Right now, we thought we need a screenshot report, which we already created. And apart from that, finally, we got something called desired capabilities. Desired capabilities will give you a kind of settings of what browser you want to run and what version and all these things. We had given that. So now after that, what happens? So once I created all this kind of configuration, then my responsibility is to make sure that I created the actual promised folder structure, which is nothing but spec, and in that I used it, I went into this. So here Selenium is such a good that it also supports test framework. So it will not rely on Mocha, describe it, or Cucumber's given when then, but it have its own built-in way of writing the test, which is nothing but name of the test and the actual callback or the function which is supposed to be run. Okay, so like that I created one thing, one test, and I just started one test, and then I started this creating using APIs. So for the APIs, I went to the Nightwatch APIs API reference guide here. I started exploring what is available. So for open, you got init, which is nothing but opens the URL, which is giving the config file. Click is a click, and end is a end. Okay, that's what we did. It is clicking on that login link and it is exiting. Now my responsibility is to make sure that I add some more APIs. So if the current existing APIs, everything is looking good. So that's the reason why if I run the command called nightwatch node modules bin nightwatch, everything works as expected. It starts the server by itself. It starts the server by itself. Okay, now. So now what I'm expecting, I should do at least a kind of a small assertion. So we got a lot of assertions. As I said, Mocha have its own assertions, but even Nightwatch have its own assertions. So what is the assertion here? I want to check that. You are in that page. What is that page that we are landing? Login. Okay, so I need to make sure that I'm in that. So after login. Okay, so just a second. Okay, so what it will do is it will open it. It will click on the link. Okay, so because it will be logged out user, so click on home page. Okay, so we'll click on home page. So click on this, or click on sign in. Okay, so you got four pieces. Okay, three important information. So we can actually want you can go to sign in also. Okay, so what I will do is click on, we already clicked on logged in, so I will make sure that I use one of the assertions. So what assertions I got today for you? The assertion that we got is these assertions. Okay, we got a lot of inbuilt assertions which I already discussed. Okay, Okay, so now I will check that something is there. This looks good. Okay, click on this. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so it is going fine. So it is saying complaining that you haven't kept any assertions because assertions have to come from whom? Assertions have to come from
Oh, the
nightwatch.
tester.
Nightwatch. Okay. So what I will do is I will just make sure that this contains the whole text. Once you clicked on logged in, you are in this page. So what is this H1? Click. Okay, so we don't need. Okay, so this main is this.
Your voice is quite dim somehow, Ram. You are not near to the.
Yeah, no, I'm near only. Okay. So what I need to do is I need to make sure that the main page. Okay, so I can use something like body. Okay. Body contains sign in. Okay. Let's run and see.
So it should be capital I in.
Is it capital I? Is it? Oh yeah, good point, man. Otherwise you make it failed it.
Siri is a great tester.
We are all great testers because we are taking a class with our leader. La.
But you are catching the cosmetic bugs. See.
Okay, so now you can see that it is got report. It is passed now. We got one assertion and one assertion got passed. Okay. So it is now all good. So the body is nothing but the whole front end. The body is nothing but the whole front end. So because I'm not getting this particular locator, what I did smartly, I did body means anywhere throughout your front end within this body. Anywhere if you see sun in, make it pass. If you don't sun in, example like this, it will fail.
So in any given case, body will be only once. Then you have subtext under that body, right?
Yeah. Okay, so now it opens. Okay, but it will fail. Why it will fail? Because yeah, cannot find the text. Okay, so it failed. Okay, because this is not a valid test. Okay. Okay, guys. So that is the basic test. So we haven't used Cucumber. We haven't used page object model yet. We haven't used any advanced reports yet. But this is just a basic framework, which will go and click on the sign in and come back. Okay. So this will be okay. So do you want me to do anything else? Use page object model today itself, or you want to do it later?
I think we can practice this today, and in the next class we can do page object model.
Yeah, agree with you.
Because this is very important, which we learned today, night watch.
So is the next class going to be the last one, or?
Yeah, I think the next class will be the last one, because this all the advanced things of nightwatch is the pending one. If that is finished, then we are almost done.
But then you will cover GitHub also in there.
Yeah, I'll cover the basics of GitHub. It's not the big deal.
Okay.
But so when will be the next class? Because we have the Thursday meet.
Next Saturday only.
Yeah, next Saturday. Thursday we will not have a class actually.
Okay.
So next Saturday, please try to arrange that room, because then at least we can discuss the CV also in front of that.
Yeah, no, man. I mean, you guys complete the course first. Practice it. CV, because I don't want to discuss. Send me your CVs, but I'm not confident until unless you guys are confident. I am not confident to actually help you. So I'll help you. I'm not saying I'll not help you, but you guys please practice it, because I can't give any promises, because I don't know who is at what stage, who is practicing, who is not practicing. I don't know. And
So I can give a advice here. What we can do, no? If it is a last session next week, after that, we can have one catch up maybe after 2-3 weeks. In the meantime, we can practice. That time you can have a CV session with us.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that will be, I think, a practical approach instead of just jumping.
yeah, I mean, I'm okay for anything. Up to you guys. Whatever you say.
Good, sir. Thank you so much for your generosity.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I think in that case, next week let us have a final class, and then I'll give a break for 2 weeks. Then you come back after preparation.
Then you can take the interview.
I will take an interview, and I will also give one test.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Done.
one test on protractor, one test on driver, one test on night watch. Okay.
Great.
So on the same spot itself, you need to create a small framework, or I'll give a test where I'll give you something, and I will ask you to do something. Okay, so in front of me within 1-2 hours.
Great. So that will be the best thing. Really appreciate.
Yeah, that I will do it.
Ram, you are Kalyug Ram, actually.
Yeah, man. I will help you, but I just need your.
No, definitely. It cannot be one-way traffic. We have to come up. At least myself.
Yeah. Okay.
So are we done?
Yeah. Okay, guys. What do you say?
Are we
Yeah.
done for the day, or we need?
Yeah, we are done for the day. So there's a lot of configurations and other things that I not explain, but there are a lot of things like reports and stuff. We can do it. So we can do it, but if you want, you can experiment it. But I mean, I just want you to get the basics proper. That is the reason why I'm not going into much depth. I know there's a lot of things which I can explain. Okay, but I'm just holding myself with the basic information so that you guys can.
Yeah, if basics are clear, we are doing hands-on. At least we can build our expertise on top of it. If basic is not there, then what is the use going into too advanced?
Yeah. Okay.
And sir, please share the recording after this immediately. If you share after 2 days, then I will not do anything. Today I am in a good mood.
Okay. Code and link I'll share, because problem is when I stop the recording, it will take a bit. Then it will send me a mail after maybe like 10-15 minutes, or like maybe
So at least send it today only. So in YouTube, it is at the real time.
No.
again.
Sorry.
Which YouTube? Which video you're
The
talking about?
YouTube, some time back, no, you were saying YouTube link, and it was YouTube videos in some classes. So it was real time only. So recording will come real time with you when you are recording while doing YouTube.
No, I'm uploading it. Not real time.
Okay. ठीक है, sir. If you are done.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank
Just one question on the Thursday meetup.
Yeah.
It's starting at 6:30, right? What's the finish time? Is it 7:30, 8 or something like that?
8:30.
8:30. Okay.
Ram, I will come. That is a promise.